What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Colby with Planet Cyclery here, and today I'm with a review of WTB's Riddler 45C tire. You may have heard in our last video that I built up a gravel bike this year. It came time to get some new tires, so I wanted to get some that were pretty large tires with a fast rolling tread, and I'd heard some really good things about WTB's Riddler. After getting these mounted, I knew I had to come back with a review to share my impressions. I'm going to start off with a description of the tire. The tire has a small, compact center tread for fast rolling over gravel, with a taller, more aggressive outer tread that gives you great traction on your rides. The Riddler comes in two different sizes, 37C and 45C. You're looking at the 45 here. The differences between the two are that the 45 has greater volume, which provides more comfort on your rides, as well as more flat protection throughout your rides. The 37 is a smaller, faster rolling tire, and it's designed more for cyclocross racing. The tire comes with a tan sidewall, which you see here, and it can also come in a black sidewall if you prefer that look. Before installing, I wanted to measure the tire, which came in at 510 grams on our scale, which puts it on the heavier side. If you're concerned about weight on your tire, you could always install it tubeless, thanks to WTB's TCS, which is their tubeless compatible system. I did mount these tubeless on a pair of Mavic All-Road Elite rims. I read online that some people have issues with this tire sealing as they're trying to mount it to tubeless. WTB recommends a rim with an internal width of 17 to 29 millimeters. My Mavics here have a 22 internal rim width, which put them right in that range. I had no issues with getting these tires to seal. It was kind of a one and done install, and they were holding air all night before riding them. So now that we've talked about that process, I want to go into my rides. The WTB is recommended for hard packed dirt, gravel, and they even recommend sandy trails. I've ridden on all three of those, and of course I've also ridden on some pavement. I have taken on a few single track, rocky, rooty mountain bike trails to see how they run. So far, the thing that's impressed me the most about these tires has got to be the traction. There are plenty of times where I've been riding, say taking on a climb, where towards the top you get some deep gravel or some sandy spots where you might sink in and spin out on your ride. As long as I keep my cadence steady and my weight over my back tire, I've had no issues. On a certain climb nearby, there was some sand at the top, and I felt myself sinking into the sand, but at no time did I lose traction, which was really nice. Descending, you can go down with the same amount of confidence that you can with climbing. You can roll over just about anything, loose gravel, some rocks and roots. Obviously, you can't take on really aggressive features because you don't have a suspension on your bike probably, but these tires can take on a lot. I've been riding them at different PSIs. 35 is the low end that WTB recommends, with 55 being the high end. I've ridden it between 35 and 50. For 35, taking on some rocky, rooty mountain bike trails, you can take on a lot of the features. The tire is still extremely comfortable. You get great grip over everything that you want to take on. And then pumping it up to 50 for some of the more light gravel trails that I've been riding or on the road, you still get some really good traction on your rides, and you can really take on some corners. If you want to take them quickly, this outer tread does a great job of holding on and keeping grip. I have ridden these tires in some damp or wet conditions through the rain, and I was pretty impressed with how they were able to shed the mud. If you were climbing or going slow, you'll notice some start to pick up and gather on the tire, but as soon as you get back up to speed, it's flinging off everywhere, which is really nice because you can keep rolling, keep your traction, you don't have to worry about them getting too caked in mud. One thing you want to keep in mind is this tire is definitely recommended for off-road riding, and I would recommend riding it that way. If you think you're going to be riding on the road a lot, these tires do feel pretty slow when you're on the pavement. Once you get off the road, jumping onto gravel or a small single-track mountain bike trail, you really feel them speed up. But if you're going to be riding the road a lot, I recommend having a second wheel set. Another thing to keep in mind is you want to make sure you have the clearance for the tire. After I installed, I took measurements. My front tire came in at 44.69 millimeters wide, and my rear tire was 44.36 millimeters, just below the 45 millimeter label. So you want to make sure you have the clearance. My max clearance on my frame is 45 millimeters. I had plenty of clearance on both sides with this tire, but if you don't have the clearance for 45, you're probably not going to be able to fit this tire. So that's my impressions of the WTB Riddler 45C. I've really enjoyed riding this tire and had a great time with it so far. If you've ridden it, leave us a comment below and let me know how the tread's going to hold up, or if you've had any issues with flatting or keeping the seal, because I haven't encountered any in the first couple hundred miles that I've ridden. Of course, if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, or like us on Facebook. Thanks for watching the video, and as always, pedal the planet. Yeah, thanks for watching and pedal the planet.